Alright, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn modded playthrough of Chechnya. Looks like India is eating up Iran. They are almost done in that conflict, at least with the Iranians. It'll be very curious to see what happens with Armenia, or Greater Armenia, sorry, as Iran is getting rolled back into the last areas of their control. We are kind of at a fuel, like a gas shortage right now situation. As we throw down some more foreign investments, that should pop us over the billion mark. Yep, 1.1 billion. We are dumping money into Ukraine, into nationalist Ukraine. And we could start doing foreign intervention if we became more than a minor power, maybe more like a great power or major power, I would be more inclined to try and push for foreign influence a little bit. But it's not really something we're able to do. The last time we moved up a naval yard, we're going to start working on at least getting corvettes or frigates or something into some of these territorial waters we have. As we integrate these subjects. Looks like I don't see Georgia fighting back, so we may get this down to autonomous region. Unfortunately, Northern Cyprus is fighting back right now. I think we could focus on Dagestan here to really push our influence. I don't believe they have a ton of resources we need. We'd rather get these territories done. But I really don't feel like adjusting the build queue too much. Yeah, we'll just let it ride, because I don't even have the political power for the integrations, really. Integrating Dagestan first would allow me to start building things in production queues kind of in line, so I could start working on like frigates and off these ports so that they can be in this body of water or something specific like that. Very unique situation that is. Looks like we're actually going to finish up quantum computing here about 5 years early. 5 to 6 years. Kind of hard. I don't know exactly how many days the August to September jump is, but I think that's what, like 3 or 4 months. So you're like 90 to 120 days towards the end of the year. So we are finishing that out pretty early. So they did puppet Greater Armenia. Oh, I'm shocked that that actually happened. So they capitulated to Turkey, even... Oh, yes, I see. Because Iran was... No, Iran was at war with them. See, that just gets really confusing. Iran was allied with Turkey. I see. Looks like they're holding off in the mountain regions for now. I see some trade-offs in land. But once these forces move over and finish up this side, I don't believe they'll be able to push out. Yeah, Turkey is not supporting them directly, so they would only be providing indirect support. So this is actually India, huh? This island chain. That's unique. I did not know that. What's going on? Alright, let's see what we can see. We're at improved intel. We're about halfway. The full knowledge for us. From this, we can see our troop kind of layouts here. They do have, like, I would say they'll be at 100 divisions by the time we can make any sort of move. They have somewhat of a navy, somewhat of an air force, considering they have almost 12,000 personnel and 1,000 planes. That's quite extensive. Exoskeleton. Realistically, this is what we need. We just don't have near enough breakthroughs. Could do nuclear warheads, but that's not beneficial to us. We did research ballistic missiles. Let's see, that would increase our power gen. So when we turn off our fossil fuel plants, that'll hurt us even more, basically, is what that means. Yeah, I don't know what our multiplier is anyway. I didn't think about that. We probably need more than 34 gigawatts. And that's just agriculture district productivity. Might as well. All right. We are making billions now. 8 billion in income there. When is our 2 days for the businesses to close out? The owner wage increase, which will increase our influence by quite a bit. Yep, so the opinion went back over 90 and over 100 there for industrial conglomerates. Okay. So this actually does give a resource gain efficiency. I do need to note that. The business does not, right? But it lowers the tax cost factor. It's not actually... Oh, one of my agents just got straight up murdered? Azerbaijan. They're doing work. Well, we know what their opinion of us is. We're going to go ahead and do our own war justification. Yeah, so foreign war goal justification. I don't know how they got to this point. War goals against other nations. This is just preparatory. I don't think they're... I don't know. I don't know how that works. It's interesting. But the Stan regions are desired by Kazakhstan, apparently. So India has run into some issues in the mountains. Looks like Ukraine does have a significant number of troops. As we breach the $9 billion in income here very rapidly. So let's do lower our corporate tax rate back down. And as this gets lower, we will get more factories. So our productivity will keep increasing. I'm going to hold off on another cycle of that, as we will finish up this naval facility, and I'll have to get a researcher for 100 influence, I believe, at this point. Or political power. Yeah, we're losing a lot of like oil just from power plants here. It is half our population's consumption, but considering we haven't built a plant in a long time, that is significant. Do want to bump this up. We are starting to fall behind. Non-aggression. No, thank you. I would like to keep all our political options available to us at this point. The Iranian-Indian war is about to end, it looks like. They're very close if they can close off. They have divided Iran. Now they're just working on that conquer part of it. Tactically. What is going on here? Greater Ladakh? And this is a breakaway. Like, Nepal's here, right? Like, this is Maoist Nepal. So, is this a breakaway region from India? That's weird. Either India or Pakistan, I guess. I doubt it's China. What's going on with, like, Vietnam? Like, they're Laos, Cambodia. Looks like they're all pretty safe right now. China is solidifying their gains, I would assume. Oh, I should have clicked the other one. Alright. We're gonna send them off to work on our intel network again. We come through the clouds to look at the board. And we are fast approaching 2025. Yep. See what the cards on the table are showing us. Looks like Dagestan we could integrate fully soon. Probably just need to slave all the political power we can. Couple. We are approaching 4 trillion if I remember right. Yeah, we're at 3. So that's pretty good. And then what do we have for populace? We're getting about 44,000 per month of population. We have 23 million total pop, and we are sitting approximately 89% fulfillment, which means our agriculture districts are missing people, which would fill in some of the fuel gap. Because agriculture districts do produce a minimal amount of fuel. So that's kind of surprising. That we're actually below full employment. Or, well, I mean, we're at full employment, but we're at a shortage, a labor shortage. And I guess January, we will get our naval research facility. So that is notable. And then we'll go ahead and allow these demonstrations. I think we have enough money. We can do some more investment stacks. Do and we are under a year worth of fuel. So that is a growing issue. I think we need to stem ahead of time. We have a couple ways of doing that. We can either see where we sit with our own resources and switch out of business owners here, which would lower my stability, which I really don't want to do. Could switch out of the intelligence community. This is hard to get up, and like it goes up with events. It's just very rare from what I've seen. I don't see any decisions that actually manipulate that actively. I'm really not sure how that mechanic, or if is integrated in other than the random pop-ups. And that's few and far between. I may actually just get rid of that for probably the landowners. Could save up political power for that, because that would increase our political power gain, which may be more useful than actual influence if it's not providing any bonuses. Those are large vessels. I want frigates. Like, these are aircraft carriers. These are submarine engineering only for submarine engines? Look like these are all diesel. I don't know. Submarines would be the best scouts for us at some point. Not right now. Alright. Early weapon systems. Looks like something happened with fuel gain. So we got a little bit more per month. So whatever's going on there is helping us out. Even though we should actually be hurting as we build naval yards. So I don't know how this is going to affect our power situation when we integrate Dagestan. Probably not for the best, but we do need the naval yards. Alright, how are we looking here? Oh, Georgia has started fighting back. This will finish up probably when we get to 300 or so political power. Yeah, I'm gonna work for disabling the fossil fuel power plants. That is a major goal right now. We really don't have a lot of experience. And I don't have the political power to install high command yet. So I'm not even going to worry about that. We'll finish this in 2 days. So do need a land warfare center as well. Looks like we... oh, it's only 75. Sweet. We're going to go ahead and get her going. And bump a land warfare research facility as well. We are going to need that very badly. And Volgograd, wherever that is, I think it's up by Ukraine. Where is that? I may be wrong. Oh yeah, it's up here. Closer to Kazakhstan. Not really shocked by that, but we'll get one in 6 months. Okay. Like our influence is going up. We've moved up a 0.1%. Our productivity is rose. Our base productivity. A little bit lower than the standard GDP growth rate of 3%. That may be indicative of shifting to a recessionary cycle if it's based on, like, if our quarterly GDP growth rate is based on real world economic standards, 3% is usually the baseline, I believe. So we're getting 10% from resource extraction right now. If I shrink this, where does that take us? Yeah, I'd have to... yeah, I really don't want the money anymore. I'd rather have the fuel. Not real big on exporting our products. There's really not a benefit. Tax cost is negligible. We're getting enough income. I don't think that's going to affect anything that much. I guess we'll see. How's our subjects? Could watch this just to see what our productivity, or sorry, our production actually does. Oh, was that 29 to 41 or was that 39 to 41? So it's 2. I'm assuming it was 39, so it's like 1.7 or something. 39.4 or something like that is what it was at. Watch this. 43, 42. Yeah, so 1.2. I may not have enough fuel. I may have to take the lowering of our exports of goods. Yeah, we're only getting 1.1 political power a day, so it would take a year for me to effectively get enough political power to do an integration. And this will finish up 200. So this is about 100 and what, 30 days worth. If we have a year worth of fuel, I can make this work. I may go into a shortage and have to trade out at some point, but I'm not going to worry about the fuel situation for now then. We should be fine. Especially, actually, this is going to pop through. We'll get a 7% bonus to our resource efficiency. So we're at 27 like net positive of 27 fossil fuel right now. When this pops, I don't know what our total is. Should be 20. This should be like 20% left. I think we're getting a, yeah, we're putting 80% more resources on the market. No, that's a weird. There's trade. Yeah, so we should get about 10 more oil, I would think, if that's additive. So we'll see right here how this affected it. Is it just one? That really just add only one? That's rough. Highly disappointing if that is that way. It's 2025, so let's go ahead and work on the rail line. That looks like it's only one. Now, it did increase it by about 10, but we lost 80% of it because I forgot about that. Okay. But it did extend our fuel for another half a year. Wow, that is actually hurting us. Hmm. So it applies the 80% export after. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, it actually gives you a maximum consumption. So we have a deficit of 1. Like if we had 1 more oil, we would be fine. That's hilarious. What did we just finish? Quantum computing? Oh, that's huge. That's a productivity bonus. Growth bonus. Where is... I wish we had a space program. I think we get it after we get some of these things. Bands missile launch sites. Nuclear warhead program. To get ICBMs, huh? Alright, we'll go ahead and get early SAMs. We should have a research that's going to reduce our population fuel consumption coming through. Yeah, so power consumption is going to get reduced. Then in about half a year, we'll reduce our fuel consumption by another 7% from the populace. We have enough fuel, basically, is what I'm saying. Right now. This actually boosts the productivity. That would also add to our fuel surplus. We're gonna go ahead and just work on all these rocket things and hope to God that one of that helps out with our situation. Oh, and we're out of time. I'll go ahead and throw down another foreign investment as we are at 1 trillion in foreign investment money now. Looks like. So, cool. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch everyone on the next episode. And we'll see what happens on the global stage. Take care.